Hi, it's JD79 here. I'm just going to be talking about my response to your previous videos and regarding your PS3's yellow light of death here. Yes, I noticed you got your Sony to fix it for free, but the thing is, your system and the thing of it is, it's probably about a bad time to get yellow light of death, especially about a month or two when I'm getting the PlayStation Move. And here's my 60 gig. I got mine back in May of 2007. And as you can see, it still works. And my Blu-ray still works. I haven't had any Blu-ray failures in the yellow light or this thing. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. You turn the system on. It goes green for a second, but then it turns yellow. Beeps 3 times, and it just flashes red and it turns like that. Yeah, and I see plenty of these videos like that here. And the thing is that Sony should have extended the warranty. They shouldn't have. I watched that. I watched that BC's dog troop in the van coming up and fixing this PS3's yellow light, and these videos of people opening up the systems. I think a lot of people know what the motherboard looks like right now because of a lot of people here. You open up the system all the way down to the motherboard. You put a heat gun towards the motherboard. You put the heat gun to refill the chips. Put thermal compound, put it back together, and like numerous times here. And other people are doing those easier fixes, which are the equivalent of the towel fix. Of people putting the PS3s in the box and putting heat into the vents, things like that. Yeah, it's sort of similar to the towel trick, except it's more stuff, and of course you have it here. But the thing is that you really need to, say, hey, Sony, I wonder why it took you so long to fix it, because yes, the slims, and yes, I did grab a couple of new slims, and there are probably a couple of new videos came up. The slims of the yellow light of death, which is getting freaking ridiculous. And but yeah, I really do hear you in the first videos, but then you got it for free. But the thing is that this shouldn't happen in the first place. I think Sony should have carefully did the last check of the things before putting this out to the public. But well, again, it could have a couple bugs here and there, but it probably shouldn't be in this magnitude. And I don't see why these slims are still getting the yellow light of death. It's freaking ridiculous. But even this says, if you buy this console at launch, it should last. This console should last until the time the PS4 comes out. And the thing is that, yeah, I mean, the thing is that in 2012 we're going to have a new console. This PlayStation will be up in the, will probably be up in the closet, just resting there in this retirement stage is here. Along, I'm going the way of the going the way with the 8-bit NES and the older systems like that. But actually, I still have my Super Nintendo. They still work, and my Xbox 360. Yeah, it still works as of now. But anyway, I just don't use an Xbox 360 that much because I'm just having that much enjoyment. Well, I haven't a good answer here. Kinect is going to be a wait and see anyway. But going back to the subject about the yellow light of death, every console should have a thorough endurance checkup before you release the release the console, because if the PS4 comes out, hopefully they don't have the yellow light problem like the PS3 does. Now, the thing is, though, it's not as bad prevalent than the Xbox 360's red ring of death, but it's still percentage-wise unacceptable. Those are things. Yeah. There's also, and yeah, the Blu-ray failure. actually it still works. It still works. It still reads Blu-ray discs as of now. Haven't had a problem with that yet. And but there's actually another common problem that PlayStation 3 owners are having. It's actually called the garbled screen of death. And what happens is that it may be the graphics card's probably screwed up or something, or it may actually be the same problem of the yellow light of death. It's just that the yellow light of death is probably just indicating that, oh, it's a general hardware failure. And but I think the garbled screen of death may actually mean that the graphics card may have the solder joints may have separated from the board. But the Sony sensors haven't did it yet here. But anyway, my PS3 still works right now, and I actually had some problems with the. There's actually been reported for some problems here, and yes, I have updated mine to. Yes, it's actually 3.41. It hasn't fluked up yet here, but there's been a lot of people having issues with the. Of hard drive crashes and stuff, but certainly haven't crashed on me yet. But seriously, Sony, you really need to. Well, first of all, you should have fixed this a lot sooner, back in 2008, when people started getting the yellow lights in the first place. And like, you still say that the yellow light of death is probably just a thing of the hardware. Well, clearly the evidence in that BBC report clearly shown that it's basically the same problem. 95% of the people are having this as a result of the solder joints cracking away at the board and causing the system to turn off and like this. And I think that you should extend the warranty towards the yellow light of death, the Blu-ray failures, and the garbled screen of death, which is your system turns on normally, but as soon as it gets into the PlayStation menu screen, it's sort of like acts like a screwed up NES cartridge where the screen garbled up, or and probably the cartridge sort of similar that way. You probably you probably may have saw these videos of people trying to load up their 8-bit NES games only to get a crippled screen. But you know, certainly you still shouldn't. I mean, it's 2010, folks. I think companies should know better to check their systems before the launch here. But anyway, you did it for free, and I think if this system gets the yellow light of death, I think I'll do something better. I will probably either give it to you and have you deal with Sony about this, and maybe even start a class action lawsuit. Or whatever that, because Sony really needs to fix the problems here. But anyway, glad you deal with the problem, and see you later here. I will be giving the PlayStation Move like next month, and hopefully this will not turn yellow. And well, that's what I have to say. JD out.